Welcome to a Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav, and my pronouns are they, them.
And my name's Harmit, and my pronouns are Hershey, like the chocolate.
And this is a Game of Thrones wrap up. In this episode, we wrap it up. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Right now, as we're recording this, it is very early on a Sunday morning, and we've been having some technical difficulties and stuff, so let's just get into it.
Oh my gosh.
So, Harmit, your job this week was to reread the book. How much of it did you reread?
3/4-ish.
Like, what was the last chapter or whatever?
I can't tell you. I have no idea. Oh, when Jon goes to when they find the whites and they're like, oh, you know what would be smart? Putting them in a freezer because we don't have brains. That chapter.
Okay. Yeah. The chapter that I spoiled you on.
Oh, wait, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let's start by... So the reason you were rereading was to, see if you noticed stuff the second time around. Was there anything prominent that you noticed?
I don't know if prominent, but I was just taking some notes along the way. I don't know. Should I get into it? Because there was kind of a lot.
Get into it.
Okay, cool. So right off the bat, the prologue, I actually understood what was going on. And there was just so many things. There was oh, a wolf howling in the distance. And then there was oh my gosh, there's a glass sword, and all these different things that I remember the first time reading it, I was like, what is going on in this book?
Yeah.
But now I was like, wait, I understand what this place is now. I understand this. So prologue was definitely more interesting, less boring this time around. Also, reading the book, I realized they talk about swords and crows so much.
Like ravens?
No, crows.
Okay.
I don't know. They just always seem to be coming up. Because, I was reading it I'd sit down and read a bunch of chapters at a time. So you just kind of notice stuff. And I was like, I just read about ravens or crows or whatever. And then I'm like, nope, this is a different chapter.
Okay.
Anyway, love that.
That's cool and all, but was there anything that kind of blew your mind?
Yeah, when I got to the chapter where, Joffrey and Arya had that little confrontation moment, I don't know if I forgot or if I just never noticed, but at one point Ned was like, oh, I'd heard the real version from Sansa, before, and I totally forgot about that, and that made me, mad again. Yeah. And I was like, because I forgot about that. In my mind, I was like, okay, it's a trauma response. You just forget about it. But I was like, wait, she remembered it the day of? And I was just unhappy with that.
Yeah.
And then also, there's something else. Oh my gosh. Reading that Jon chapter where he was saying goodbye to everyone just made me so mad again. I'd completely forgotten that chapter existed. I forgot that Catelyn literally told him he should have been dying instead. Yeah. And I was like, what the heck? The rage has been reawakened. I was like, what? And then I was just like, oh my gosh. So those were definitely emotionally blew my mind moments because I forgot about them.
Yeah.
What else? I'm looking here. Let's see. What else blew my mind? Also, it just made me sad reading all the Ned chapters. I was like, what the heck? Also, I realized in my mind, as we were reading it over the year, I thought that this is so stupid. I just always ignored Rob's actions. So in my mind, Rob didn't really do anything. But this time rereading, I'm paying more attention to things. And I realized, wait, Rob's been doing a lot. I just ignored him. I don't know why.
because he's not a POV. He kind of gets
I know, but
sidelined.
still, I shouldn't be ignoring him. Like, this is literally a Stark. But anyway, I realized, wait,
Yeah.
Rob does do stuff. Him, like, stepping up and, like, being this way is not out of line. I just wasn't paying attention to him.
There's
at
also
all.
those few times where he's like, I'm 15 and angry.
Okay, yeah, I know. There was a few times where I was like, sir, you are a child. But
Did you, like, was it more fun reading it the second
yes,
time?
definitely. I could, like, read and not have to stop. And I also
Even though you knew what
going.
was coming?
Yes. And,
Yeah.
no, it was still interesting because I'd forgotten about it. We read so much of this so spanned out that I don't even think, like, from one chapter to the next I really remembered what happened in the previous chapter. So I don't think so. Oh my gosh.
Okay, what about, like, the clues to the big mysteries?
It made me so mad. Another thing, they kept talking about freaking seeds, and I just ignored all of it. They literally, they were like, even at the, like, right at the beginning of the book, Catelyn's like, oh my gosh, Ned's seed will quicken in my, I don't know, whatever. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, they really said this, like, second chapter, and I just ignored all of this. And they just talk about this. And then every single time Jon Arryn's mentioned, they're like, the seed is strong. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, calm down. And I just...
And wait, you read the chapter where Ned goes to meet Gendry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, this time around, did you put the dots together?
Yes.
Instead of being like, oh, Gendry is Cersei and Jaime's kid.
Stop. I was halfway there with the wrong proof. I took the wrong proof and got to a sort of right conclusion.
Okay, and did you notice, did you remember who it was that paid for Gendry's apprenticeship? Do you remember? There was a very good description of that person, and I think if you were to read it carefully, you would, like, put it together who it is. You know what? Why all the... I'm just gonna tell you. It's Varys in his disguise.
Oh my gosh, wait. Didn't we say that at one point? Why did
Maybe, but I'm just making sure that you get that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like the stout man with a beard and stuff, and that's, like, exactly his, like, major disguise. Okay, what else? Oh, did you notice any, like, promise me, Ned? And then...
Yeah! I don't remember, oh my gosh, who was he talking to? But he was like, someone said something, and he was like, she's or like she or he's, oh, when Sansa was like, don't kill my wolf, he was like, she was begging, just like Lyanna did. And I was like, what? What does that have to do with anything, Mr.
It's
Ned?
just like every thought he has is
I know. I think it's just, he's just so wrapped up in that even when things, like, don't make sense, he's like, Lyanna. But yeah. I realized, I'm so stupid, you're gonna think I'm dumb, but I didn't realize that the Stark, like, you know where everyone's buried, like, the little graves?
The crypts?
No, the crypts, yes. The crypts, I didn't realize that they had, like, their faces and then them. That's why they were like, oh, we need someone who, like, knows how to make someone that looks like Stark. I thought it was just because, like, they were gonna, like, bury the body and they needed, like...
somebody to recognize him?
I don't know. But okay. I guess, like, I assumed that they didn't want to, like, I don't know. I have no idea. I think I just rationalized it, and then I realized, wait, no, that's not how it works.
All right, let's move on for now, but if you, like, think of any other things that were like, oh my gosh, I totally didn't see this the first time.
Also, Tyrion was obsessed with dragons.
Yeah.
And I just, like, forgot about that, and he's like... well, sadly, dragons will never be here. And I was like, huh.
Just you wait.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are, like, a whole continent away from him. Alright, so, first off, I would like to fulfill a promise I made to you several episodes ago. There was this one point where I was like, this totally fits the tagline for season 1 of the show. And you were like, what's the tagline? And then I realized it was, like, kind of spoilery. The tagline is you win or you die.
Oh. That's funny. Of course it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, does season 1 follow? I don't even remember I was talking about this, but good to know.
Kinda. It's complicated.
Okay.
It basically follows book 1, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna do some trivia from the book.
Oh my gosh, this is not gonna work.
This is gonna be great. So, for the audience, I want to let y'all know that I got these quizzes. There's 3 in total from towerofthehand.com, and I'll tell you their names and the person who made them if I can, and we'll go through them and test just...
This is not gonna work. Okay, you know what? My hope is like I get like 3 out of 10, 30%.
Okay,
accuracy is what we're going for.
So the first quiz is called Dreams and Nightmares, and I can't tell you the name of the person who made it because it's spoilery, kind of.
Oh, okay.
So I'll put a link to them. You don't click on the links, but the people listening can click on the links. Okay. Question 1. So this is like, who dreamt this? Okay, that's what the quiz is.
Okay.
Who dreamt of finding Winterfell empty with only bones left? Now, I want to see if you can like guess without the options, but if you're really struggling, I'll give you the options.
I think it was Jon, right?
Yes. Yay! Keep count. Because I'm not.
1.
Question 2. Who dreams of being beaten by their brother as they bleed?
Oh my gosh, that's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Okay. Options?
Maybe, yes, options.
Wait, who are you gonna say maybe?
Maybe Tyrion? But Tyrion's, but like, Jaime was always like...
Alright, the options are A. Sandor Clegane, B. Tyrion Lannister, C. Daenerys Targaryen, D. Jon Snow, E. Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh my gosh. Daenerys.
Yeah. This was one of her early dreams where, like, Viserys being his abusive self.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's 2 out of 2. Question 3. Who dreams of finding their father down in a crypt? There's technically
Bran.
2 answers to this.
And then
it's
Rickon.
the other one. Yeah, it's Rickon in this quiz.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Question 4. Who dreams of their sister dying in a bed of blood?
Lovely Ned Ardio Stark.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now, who dreams of searching the Red Keep as walls drip blood?
Oh my gosh, I know this. No, I don't. I have no idea.
Okay, options?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to preface. One of these options was kind of spoilery, so I substituted it. I won't tell you which one, but so A. Littlefinger, B. Arya, C. Tyrion, D. Sansa, or E. Varys.
Okay, well, we don't know the other people's dreams, so it's between Sansa and Arya. Arya?
Yes.
Okay, when was this? I have no recollection of this.
When she's running, like, she's chasing a cat, and she's running around, and she comes upon the dungeon with the dragon skulls.
Yeah.
She, like, remembers dreaming a dream like this.
Oh my gosh. I see.
Because she's, like, finding all these pathways and stuff.
Right.
Okay, question 6. Who dreams of falling above Westeros as they're being pecked by a crow?
I wouldn't know, because I apparently didn't read that chapter. Bran.
Okay, what about this chapter? What did you notice stuff this time?
You noticed stuff. The entire time I was like thinking, I was like, why was it like, I'm just wondering what happened to me that day. I think because that was our first time reading 3 chapters and it was the 3rd chapter. So I think by then
the first chapter.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Now I feel stupid. I thought it was the 3rd and I was like, I'm willing to forgive myself. But if it was the 1st, that's really disappointing. I don't know what happened to me that day because I'm like, what the heck?
But you understand how cool that chapter was, right?
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite chapters, and you were like, huh? And I got so frustrated.
Oh gosh, I know. It was a good chapter. It was really good. And it was like, I love that it was just like pretty much everybody, and then except for like, there was like a few people that weren't mentioned, but like not that many.
Yeah. A lot of symbolism.
Yes.
All right. Up next, question 7. Who dreams of hearing Sir Ilyn Payne come up the stairs with ice?
Sansa Stark.
That is correct. Question 8. Who dreams of fighting a white with their father's face?
Jon.
Yeah. That took you longer than I thought it would.
I don't know why it did. I got confused. I was like, have we had any? Because I knew it was Jon, but I was like, have we had any other dreams like that? And then I was like, no, he's the only one at the wall that we know.
Mm-hmm. Question 9. Okay. I don't know why I'm being all weird. Who dreams of beating their father as a jailer within the Eerie sky cells?
Beating their father within
their father
within the Erie's sky cells.
Mm-hmm. Options?
Oh, Tyrion.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because he's like, there's Mord, and he's like, oh, if only my father were here, I would love to be the jailer for him. Because he's got all this bitterness towards his father.
Yeah,
which is fair.
Yes.
All right. Last question of this quiz. Question 10. Who dreams of turning into a dragon in flight?
Daenerys Stormborn, mother of dragons, sister of dragons.
Yeah. Daughter of dragons, wife of dragons.
Yeah, apparently she can just be everything.
Mm-hmm. Well done. That was 10 out of 10.
Oh
See, these are not very hard.
Okay, cool. Oh
okay,
gosh.
next up.
Is that all the dreams we've had, or did they? Because I was like,
no,
I think we've had.
Like
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we've had so few dreams.
No, there's definitely been a lot more.
Okay, cool.
So the next one is called an analogy game by Johnny. That's the name of the user person of the user. You just say user now. Okay, so the way it works is like, I'll try to phrase it in a way that it works. So question 1. Sandor is the hound as Gregor is...
Oh my gosh, I don't even know his position. Wait, I don't even know. Wait.
Do you want to hear the options?
Oh, the mountain who rides.
Yeah, the mountain that rides. Exactly.
Yes. For some reason, I'm so stupid. Hound's not a position. I was trying to think of his position. And then I realized, wait, Harmon, listen to the question. Hound. Then it made more sense.
What's their, like, nickname?
Yeah, got it.
What are they better known as?
Yes.
All right, number 2. Brandon Stark is to Catelyn Tully as Robert Baratheon is to...
I have no idea.
Options. Lysa Tully, Ashara Dane, Elia Martell, Cersei Lannister, or Lyanna Stark.
Oh my gosh, Brandon Stark is Ned's brother.
Yes.
Oh, Lyanna Stark.
Yeah, it's confusing because, like, Bran is also Brandon, but
yeah,
nobody ever really refers to.
Yeah, I was like, wait, he's named after him. Duh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 3. Gren is to the Rangers as Jon Snow is...
to the Stewarts?
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Me remembering the name of the position? Wow, that's a first.
This is like made for me, the one for details. Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot to keep track of how many I have, but I think I've gotten all of them so far.
Yes, yeah. So, question 4. Luwin is to Winterfell as Coleman is to...
Is he the one... I can't remember if he's the one at Eyrie or Riverrun. We're gonna guess Riverrun. No, but we've known him much longer. No, because he's not Luwin. He's not the one he's not frickin' Pycelle. And wait, is No, Coleman's not the one at the wall. Or no,
that's
yeah,
Aemon.
It's Aemon. Yeah. Okay, wait. So we're gonna guess Eyrie.
Yes.
Oh,
you are
okay.
correct.
Why did I doubt myself? I should have just said Eyrie.
I don't know. Question 5. Illyrio is to dragon eggs as Viserys is to...
Handmaids.
Oh my god, look at you. I can't believe you actually remember that.
I know.
I mean, it is like, here I'm gifting you 3 human beings. Hard to forget, but still.
Yeah, but until I reread, I did forget.
Okay.
So the rereading really helped all these questions.
Alright, question 6. Tyrion is to the Crossroads Inn as Jaime is to...
The forest. Can I tell you? The Whispering Wood.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Look at you.
I really just said the forest.
I was gonna be like, you're on the right track. I just need a name, and then you said it, so.
Wait, this quiz is fun because I'm doing well.
Alright, question 7. Bran is to the three-eyed crow as Ned is to...
Oh my gosh. I have no idea.
Do you want options? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A. Direwolves. B. Tower of Joy. C. Crypts at Winterfell. D. Catelyn. Or E. The Night's Watch.
Tower of Joy.
Yeah, because they're both dream about those things constantly.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, question 8. Peter Baelish is to Coin as Renly Baratheon is to...
I know he's the Lord of Storm's End, but I don't remember his, position on the council.
Do you want to hear the options?
Yes.
A. Roads. B. Ships. C. Laws. D. Whisperers. Or E. Tourneys.
I have no idea.
Just
we're
guess.
Gonna do a guess. Ships?
No, that's Stannis. Renly is the master of laws.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I know? Okay, that was nowhere in my
it's
memory.
Robert's council. He just assigned stuff to his bros because he was like, I guess I gotta have you on the council.
That's funny.
You do something.
Yeah.
Alright, question 9 of this quiz is redacted because it was spoilery. So we're gonna move on to question 10.
It's okay. We can do it.
No, I don't even have it in front of me.
Oh
Because I literally wrote redacted. So, question 10. Ilyn Payne is to tongue as Varys is to...
balls.
That is what you would expect, but here are the options. Little birds. Disguises. Schemes. Hair. Secret passages.
Hair.
Yeah, I know. It's like this person was playing a joke.
That's
They're
really
everybody's
funny.
gonna think it's balls.
Oh my gosh. Except it's bald. It's like I was like bald.
Okay. Alright. That's that quiz. You got all except the laws one.
Yeah, there's no way I would have gotten that. Totally forgot about that.
So, the next and the last quiz is called a Feel Good Quotes quiz.
Oh,
Also by Johnny.
I love those. Wait, that's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna love this. That's amazing.
Well,
not that I'm gonna remember any of them, but I love the quotes. I promise.
alright. I don't know if all of them are feel good, but they're just good quotes. So you have to guess who said them. Okay?
Oh no. They're all gonna sound like Tyrion or Ned said them, even if other people said them.
Well, the first one's easy.
Okay.
The first one is, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Cersei Lannister Baratheon.
Yeah. It's so weird just the way you said that. The next one is, life is not a song, sweetling. You may learn that one day to your sorrow.
Littlefinger.
I know. I just want to choke him to death. Okay.
He feels like a character that doesn't die. He's annoying enough that...
He'll, outlive everybody.
Yes, exactly. He'll be the one at the end and he'll be like, well, y'all are dead, so I get the throne.
Right. So, not question 3. Quote 3. All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes.
Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he's giving Jon the pep talk and he's like, lift your chin up, boy.
Yeah. Next up, first lesson. Stick him with the pointy end.
Jon Snow.
Yeah. I like that one. Number 5. The things I do for love.
Ugh. Jaime Lannister. Hashtag Kingslayer.
Number 6. And pray that Khal Drogo does not hear of this, or he will cut open your belly and feed you your own entrails.
Daenerys?
Yeah, I think this is when she hits Viserys with a belt.
Oh,
and we were like,
see.
go Daenerys!
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, that's not very feel-good, but the moment was very feel-good, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, number 7. It should have been you.
Ugh. Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
Whatever. That still makes me mad. I can't forgive
Yeah,
that.
wait, actually, you know what? I want to see if you know who these people said that to. So the first one, when you play the Game of Thrones, Cersei said that to.
Oh, Ned.
Yeah. Life is not a song, sweetling.
To Sansa.
All dwarfs are bastards.
To Jon.
First lessons to begin with a pointy end.
To Arya.
The things I do for love.
Well, he said it to Cersei, but Bran was there.
Yeah. And I told you about the Khal Drogo one.
Yeah.
It should have been you.
Jon.
Yeah. All right. So number 8. So they will not love ... For love is the bane of honor, the death of duty.
I'm assuming they were talking to Jon. Was it? It was definitely someone at the Watch. Cause, okay, let's say Lord Mormont. No. Maester Aemon.
That is correct.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
It's when he's like, make the choice and live with it as I have. And it's like heartbreaking.
Yes.
Okay. Number 9. I warn you, the wolf and the lion will soon be at each other's throats, whether we will it or no.
Oh, it was that conversation between Varys and Illyrio, but I don't know who said it. It was one of them.
It was Varys who said it.
Right. And then Illyrio was like, wah.
He's a duck now?
I don't know, but he responded.
Really? It's almost like they were having a dialogue, a conversation.
Well, yeah.
All right, number 10. When the snows fall and the white winds blow, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives.
Oh, I don't remember that dude's... Wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong person. He's not the one who said it. Wait, no, maybe he is. Okay, wait.
We're not inside your brain. You have to voice your thoughts.
Okay, you know that dude? I don't remember his name, but...
It's incorrect. I can just tell you right now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But which dude?
The dude that was like, dude, you're gonna get killed in your sleep, Jon, if you don't start being nice to these people.
He's the armorer at the wall.
Yes.
Man, what is his name?
While you're doing that, I'll try to think of the actual answer.
Okay.
Oh, Ned said that to Arya and Sansa when they were fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he said it just to Arya. This was like when she goes and locks up her room and is like, no, I'm not in here.
Yeah. Yes.
It was Donald Noy, by the way.
Oh,
the name of the armorer. But that was a good guess, actually. Good job. Well done. And that's the end of the quizzes.
Oh my
See,
gosh.
they weren't very hard, but it was just
those are so fun. What the heck?
Yeah. All right. Now, I want to talk about some theories, as I promised. So basically, most of these we've already kind of like discussed, but I'll like give you the evidence.
Wait, I'm excited.
What was the guess?
When you said theories, I thought you meant like my theories, but like you giving me theories is so much more interesting. Like I know we're going to talk about my theories too, but like I was just excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting theories.
Actually, I don't remember all your theories, so we're not going to talk about them.
That's
but
funny.
like we've talked about them as they've come true or
true.
not, you know?
Yes, exactly. I also have some weird theories.
Yeah, like Gendry's what's her name? Cersei and Jaime's
I know,
son.
that made no sense, but...
It's Jaime's! You'll never forget. Anytime I feel like annoying you, I'm just gonna bring that up.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So, the first theory is, of course, R plus L equals J.
Period. Yes, it does.
Okay.
So the evidence... Even on the rereads, it just makes sense. It just... Because at one point he said... He is my blood.
Yeah, that's one of my evidence points.
Oh, okay. But I just, even rereading it, I was like...
You can bring up the points, I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first time is in chapter 4 when Ned's talking to Robert down in the crypts, and he's like, I was with her when she died. She wanted to come home to rest beside Brandon and father. He could still hear her at times. Promised me, she had cried, in a room that smelled of blood and roses. Promise me, Ned. The fever had taken her strength.
When they were talking about that, I was so shocked, because another thing I didn't remember, Ned gave Robert, like, a name. He was like, oh, that was the name of the woman.
Oh, Willa.
Why did he... Doesn't that disprove our theory?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
'Cause
yeah,
I forgot that happened.
Yes, he does give him a name. But in this, we're talking about the evidence that points towards our theory being true,
Yes.
not against it. Okay?
I know, but I forgot that we had that evidence that literally pointed against.
Yeah. And next up, I have a quote from chapter 6 where Ned, that's the one where he's telling Catelyn that he is my blood and that is all you need to know. And Catelyn thinks to herself that whoever Jon's mother had been, Ned must have loved her fiercely, for nothing Catelyn said would persuade him to send the boy away.
And Ned loved Lyanna fiercely.
And, well, actually, next evidence I have is from chapter 12, where Ned is telling Robert that her name was Willa, and he's like, her name was Willa, leave it be, for the love you say you bear me. I dishonored myself, and I dishonored Catelyn, in the sights of God and men, in the sight of gods and men. So that's like on page 105. And then later, during that same conversation, he thinks he had lived his lies for 14 years, yet they still haunted him at night. Just saying.
So, oh my gosh, Ned Stark lying? What the heck? Well, but even like, looking back, that was so... I think at another point, he was like lying, and I was like, oh my gosh, he just lied. This is... I don't remember what it was. I think it was like something to do with Arya. I don't know, but he was like lying, and I was like, what's going on?
Maybe. Yeah, and then in chapter 33, he thinks, some secrets are safer kept hidden. Some secrets are too dangerous to share, even with those you love and trust.
Wow. Can't
so
tell
that's
Robert.
like him justifying his stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
In chapter 35, he thought of the promises he had made Lyanna as she lay dying, and the price he had paid to keep them. For the first time in years, he found himself remembering Rhaegar Targaryen. He wondered if Rhaegar had frequented brothels. Somehow, he thought not. So, like, this is when he finds Robert's bastard daughter, what's her name? Bara?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this Robert, he's always going to brothels. But that Rhaegar, he never went to brothels. He just stole people and raped them.
Oh my gosh. I remember when I was first reading that, I was just like, dang, that's how bad Robert is, that he really has to compare it to the dude that he literally fought to get out of power.
Yeah.
Like, that
well,
shows
it was
you.
his dad, but yeah, he was part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next up in chapter 39, this is when he's having the dream from the Tower of Joy, and he meets the Kingsguard there, and he's like, Sir Willem Darry fled to Dragonstone with your queen and Prince Viserys. I thought you might have gone with them. And I explained how, like, this is part of the theory, because if Jon is Rhaegar's kid, then he's kind of, like, responsible, like, the Kingsguard are responsible for his safety. Henceforth, they chose not to go with Viserys and stayed back with Lyanna while she was given birth. You know?
Yeah. And also, who would want to go with Viserys? I feel like they needed a reason to get out of that. I'm kidding. But yeah, I would not personally want to go with Viserys anywhere.
Fair. He was a kid then, though, so...
That's true. And
lastly is chapter 58, when Ned is down in the dungeons. And he's remembering the tourney at Harrenhal. He says, or thinks, Ned remembered the moment when all the smiles died, when Prince Rhaegar Targaryen urged his horse past his own wife, the Dornish princess Elia Martell, to lay the Queen of Beauty's laurel in Lyanna's lap. He could still see it, a crown of winter roses, blue as frost. And in the first, like in chapter 4, he remembers there being rose petals, dead and black, so like...
And he's also like, oh my gosh, she loved roses.
Exactly. And that's most of the evidence for that. Next up is another theory of Jon's parentage. This one states that Jon is Benjen's son.
What?
Yeah, and
How?
The only real evidence, especially from this book, is that we don't really know why he went to the wall. So...
Oh, I see.
And that's the end of that.
That's not interesting. Oh my gosh.
Okay, the other third theory about Jon's parentage is that he's Ashara Dane's son. And the evidence for this is in chapter 6 when Catelyn confronts Ned about it. Here it is. They whispered of Sir Arthur Dane, the Sword of the Morning, deadliest of the 7 knights of Aerys' Kingsguard, and of how their young lord, Ned, had slain him in single combat, and they told how afterward Ned had carried Sir Arthur's sword back to the beautiful young sister who awaited him in a castle called Starfall on the shores of the summer sea, the Lady Ashara Dane, tall and fair with haunting violet eyes. So, like, we know that Ned met up with her at some point.
Yeah, I see.
Basically, if you met someone, obviously you had a kid with them. And then the next one is in chapter 45 when Ned and Cersei have their confrontation. And he's like, it's not honorable to have bastards. And she's like, honor, how dare you play the noble lord with me? What do you take me for? You have a bastard of your own. I've seen him. Who was the mother, I wonder? Some Dornish peasant you raped while her holdfast burned? A whore? Or was it the grieving sister, the Lady Ashara Dane? She threw herself into the sea, I'm told. Why was that? For the brother you slew, or the child you stole? Tell me, my honorable Lord Ned Eddard. I was going to say Nedard. How are you any different from Robert, or me, or Jaime?
Oh, tea.
Like, this is a very... Catelyn has heard of it because she's, like, living in Winterfell, but even it's a rumor that Cersei's heard, too.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 possibilities that we know of at this point, none of which are Jon's actually Ned's son.
That's true. Everybody's like, yeah, no. But I just feel like even Jon's features and, like, I don't know, it just makes sense. The other
Jon looks exactly like Ned.
Well, Ned is
He's
Lyanna's
got the Stark
brother.
look. Yeah,
yes, exactly.
So it works both ways.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like the other theories are just attempts at, oh, well, it's not one or the other.
Yeah. One of the other things that I forgot to actually include in the Lyanna's kid theory is that Catelyn's always like, oh, why don't my sons look like Ned? Because, you know, Jon looks more like Ned than her kids, except for Arya, who looks alike. And then later, when Ned's like, you know, when the snows fall and the white winds blow, the lone Stark dies. No, not Stark. Wolf dies, the pack survives thing.
Yeah.
In that same time, he's thinking about how much Arya looks like Lyanna. So if Arya looks like Lyanna and Jon looks like Arya, therefore Jon looks like Lyanna.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Why haven't I thought about that? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. Theory number 4. We talked about this briefly. Is that Mirri Maz Duur planned from the beginning to kill Drogo, and I'd given you like she's got the means, the motive, and the opportunity to do it. And I got some quotes where when we first meet her in chapter 61, she's like, when what's one of the Blood Riders like threatens her, she's like, I don't gotta worry, the great shepherd guards the flock. And then like obviously when Dany confronts her in chapter 68, she's like, well, I did that so that the stallion who mounts the world will burn no more cities. Ha ha ha. So like, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I remember when we talked about it, I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just like speechless because I was like, wait, that makes a lot of sense. Because I remember reading the chapter and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, clearly at the end she had the intentions. And in my mind, I'm like, when did she like go from I'm gonna be a good human and like be a healer to like this?
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense that you would.
Yeah, exactly. Like this,
you're not gonna be like, okay, I forgive them, and then wake up the next day and be like, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense. And I remember even in the chapter where she was introduced, I was like, this is literally a stranger. Why is she? But then I guess, I don't know.
Well, she knew a maester, so obviously she was trustworthy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that's what made her trustworthy. Like, come on, sir. But yes, I definitely agree. Otherwise it just like doesn't really make sense.
Okay. Now, not dream number 5. Theory number 5. I kind of gave it away. But theory number 5 is that the whole book is basically all a dream.
What?
Since Bran fell from the tower.
What?
That's a theory.
What? Then what?
There's no evidence, but that's just like one of the, because like
Really?
everybody's got to be like, it was all a dream, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, so the book just ends when
Bran wakes up and is like, I don't know, there's something about things I do for love? I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's just, I came across it and I was like, of course there is one of those.
That's so
two.
funny, though. That's really funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wait, Nav, do you have any of your, like, have you come up with any theories of your own?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I don't know at this point because it's all like jumbled in my head.
Oh, like what you've heard and what you thought?
Came up with
Yeah,
myself.
That's
yeah.
true. I totally get that, yeah.
Okay, now, my favorite theory of this book. I saved the best for last.
Mhm.
Theory number 6
Mhm.
is that you remember that black tomcat that Arya was chasing?
Yes.
The one-eared black devil of a tomcat?
Yes.
Older than Sin and twice as mean. One
Yes.
time, the king was feasting the queen's father, and that black cat bastard hopped up on the table and snatched a roast quail right out of Lord Tywin's fingers.
Oh my gosh. We
Now, the
love this
theory
cat.
is that this is Rhaenys's cat. Rhaenys was Rhaegar's daughter, the little kid that was killed.
Oh.
And, like, the only real evidence here is that when Varys is talking to Ned down in the dungeon, he says, Rhaenys was a child too. A precious little thing, younger than your girls. She had a small black kitten she called Balerion, did you know? I always wondered what happened to that cat.
Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, I want that to be true.
I know, right?
That's so cute.
And I just love how, like, okay, so if you think about back to it, like, Tywin was the one that sacked King's Landing and
Yeah.
resulted in Rhaegar's kids being killed brutally, right?
Yeah.
And then this cat is like taking revenge by snatching at his food.
Yeah.
I just love that, you know?
I know. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. We love
Yeah,
this
and it was
kitten.
like a kitten when Rhaenys was like alive,
Yeah.
and it's now a big old tomcat, you know,
Oh my
older than
gosh,
Sin.
That's amazing. But I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna be so mad if none of these theories get confirmed, like, ever. Why do I, oh my gosh, why do I feel like we're never gonna know who John's parents are? I feel like that's gonna be something that we're just never gonna find out. But, like,
Moving
also,
on.
okay, wait, I'm assuming never mind. If our theory is true, I'm assuming Lyanna wouldn't have had, like, someone else there while she was birthing John. Because it's not like it would have been like, oh my gosh, like, this is a kid we've, like...
Well, going back to chapter 4, when Ned's thinking about Lyanna dying, he says, after that, he remembered nothing. They had found him still holding her body, silent with grief. The little Crannogman, Howland Reed, had taken her hand from his. Ned could recall none of it. So Howland Reed was there after she died, and while Ned was in shock, so I'm just saying.
Very interesting.
Okay. So that's the theories I have. There's
oh my gosh.
with book 1, like when you can't draw from other things. I will tell you, the theory that Varys is a mermaid, most of it draws evidence from book 2. So keep an eye out for that,
Varys
okay?
is a mermaid?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
That's really funny.
Moving on to the resumes.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Okay. You go first, but I'll explain what I ended up doing. I could not actually write full resumes. Instead, I just wrote like one sentence.
Oh, me too.
attributes.
I feel like we don't have enough for half of these people. Like, I'm sure, like, for Ned, if I needed to write a resume, I could. But, like,
Yeah.
really, it's like, why go through all that work? Yeah.
And I only did all the alive Starks. I didn't do any of the other characters because there had to be some kind of limit to it.
Yeah, I also just, when you told me that, I also just did the Starks, but I couldn't think of anything for Rickon or Sansa, so I didn't do them.
Okay.
But I did the others. Okay.
Sure. Tell me.
These literally sound real and it makes me laugh. Okay.
Tell me.
So, Arya Stark, fostering valuable survival skills through immersion into natural environments.
Whoa. You did it way more. Mine are like sarcastic.
See,
Mine
I
aren't
tried to
real resume
but
things.
no, that's good. It's good that we both did it differently, because otherwise we'd end up with similar things. But I wanted it to like sound real. Like you could find this on a resume, even though it's like the stuff these people do. Probably you wouldn't put on your resume. You wouldn't be like, I slayed 150 men in one day. Like you wouldn't write that. So I was trying to make them like sound like, oh, I want to hire this person. You know?
Right. Okay, that's Arya.
Brandon Stark. Also, all of the numbers in this I think are wrong because I suck at figures in this book, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, so Brandon Stark. 5 years of experience with archaeological exploration.
I love that.
I'm assuming it's 5 years, right? Because he was like, I've been able to climb since I was 3.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Robb Stark. Facilitating organized treason of 40,000 people with a 66% success rate.
66? That's pretty good.
Yeah, good for him. Oh my gosh. Jon Snow mentored a diverse network of 40-plus associates. Assistant to the director of a 1,000-plus corporation.
Love that.
Oh my gosh. I literally, like, I made him sound so good, but, like, okay, Nedardio Stark. I literally wrote Nedardio. Probably wouldn't write that on a resume. 6 months of experience as assistant leader of a continent. Yeah.
That's true.
Oh my gosh. Catelyn
Ending in his death, but, you know, we won't talk about that.
No, we're gonna forget about the fact. Oh, wait, you did all the alive ones, so you didn't do Ned?
Oh no, Ned counts, like alive in this book.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Catelyn Stark, first advisor to 2 national leaders over 16 years.
Nice.
And then I didn't do Rickon and Sansa because I was like, I feel like I don't even know Rickon. All I know is that he was crying for half the book, and I don't blame him, but I don't know anything that he does.
Has single-handedly produced a bucket full of tears.
Okay. Single-handedly produced a bucket full of tears. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Alright, here's mine. So I've got Ned. This is the most resume sounding of all of them.
Okay.
Multiplied the honor output of King's Landing by 20.8%. And 20.8% is the percentage of the book from his POV. So
oh, that's good. That's good. Multiplied the honor of King's Landing. Oh my gosh.
For Catelyn, I couldn't really think of something good, so I just said has perfect biographical memory, because she's always like, back in the day.
That's true. You're right. Oh my gosh.
Jon can always find the dark side in a situation.
Stop. You can. You really can.
Robb never loses his temper. Which is obviously not true because he does.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's
Sansa
funny.
Can kill with courtesy.
Oh my gosh.
Arya can identify pointy end.
Stop, that's so funny. Can I pointy end? Oh
Bran has never fallen from a tower.
oh,
It's true, he was pushed.
It's true. He hasn't ever fallen.
Rickon, raised by wolves. That's his only attribute.
Oh, poor kiddo.
Benjen, great sense of direction. Get it? Because he's lost. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but I doubt that's his fault. I feel like he does have a great sense of direction.
I know. This is just me being really mean about everybody.
That's so funny.
Okay. Now, we're on to our last bit of this episode.
Oh my gosh.
I've got some questions for you, and you're just gonna answer them. And if I feel like answering them, I will also answer them.
Okay.
Question 1. How did the book compare to your expectations?
Oh my gosh. I thought it was gonna be boring. I thought the book was gonna be boring. And I'm not gonna lie.
And instead it was...
Some of the chapters at the beginning really were like, what is going on? These people are just talking and
well,
doing
we're being
nothing.
introduced to a whole new
Yes, yes, exactly. But by like then when we started moving, wait, what am I doing? What's the question?
world. How did the book compare to your expectations?
Okay, so my expectations were like, okay, solid 7.5. Book was definitely higher. Book was like 8.9.
Okay. All right, so it was much better experience than you expected.
Yes, definitely.
Yay! All right. What was the most surprising moment in the book?
Oh my gosh. Do you have one?
Honestly, this was so long ago, but I guess I was surprised when Ned died.
Really? Well, I was predicting it the entire time, but
Yeah, but you had the first time I came upon this was in the show,
yeah.
and I binge watched that whole thing. So
Oh my
like I
gosh.
never had time to process stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas you
that's
had a
true.
whole year.
That's
So-
true. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, I feel like anything that I get right in predictions is always just a fluke. It's like, oh, there's gonna be dragons. Oh, well, Ned's gonna die. I already know that from chapter 1. Like, all these different things that are just flukes. Okay, most surprising moment of the book, honestly, was probably that conversation between Cersei and Ned, because I just did not see it coming.
Right.
And, like
everything.
everything's...
It's Jaime's! That thing.
Yeah. No, not necessarily that. Just, like, the fact that conversation happened, because, like, you know, one of the villains and one of the protagonists don't usually have a heart-to-heart like that. So I just didn't expect that sort of moment. But then, you know, with Cersei's plan, I guess it was, I don't know. But I was just like, when it was happening, I was like, what? Like, that's just not something
they're being so candid.
Yeah, that's just not something I'd seen in a book before. So that's why it was probably one of the most shocking. And also, it was just such a big moment, because they said so much. So it was just, everything was just surprising.
Okay, next question. What was something you saw coming from a mile away?
Oh my gosh. Dragons. Just kidding. No, I didn't. You made me
You
start
did.
doubting that.
I just, made you start doubting it,
Yeah.
but you did see it coming.
Yes. Okay, dragons. Definitely saw
But not
that.
for the right reasons, though. You were like, obviously, these eggs are viable from the beginning.
No. But after, I still saw it coming. Even when you were like, harm it, they're not viable. And I was like, okay, but I still, for some reason, am clinging to this hope.
All right, dragons. Moving on.
Yes.
What was the most heart-wrenching moment?
When Ned died. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Because we didn't see it. The after effects of Ned's, like, understanding that Ned was dead was the most heart-wrenching moment. But really, like, from something we saw, probably those, like, Bran Robb scenes. Those were really sad for me.
Oh, yeah, when they were alone in Winterfell.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
once again, we better have Robb chapters next time, or else I am suing this company.
Okay. What was your favorite moment in the book?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea.
What was mine? I really enjoyed it when, like, Tyrion was in the Eyrie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was, like, babbling on and on. I love that.
That's really funny.
Or he was like, Robert Aaron was like, can we make him fly now? And Tyrion's like, not this little man. And he walks away.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Or the Whispering Wood when they captured Jaime.
Okay, wait. No. I loved that chapter where, like, right near the end, where, Tywin was like, holy shit, we're low-key screwed. And
they have my son!
Yeah, that was amazing. And the Whispering Wood, that was iconic.
Mm-hmm.
That was, the Whispering Wood one. That was amazing. Just
cool.
Wiping that stupid smug off Jaime's face. He's like, this kid's 14. And I'm like, well, you're stupid, so calm down.
Okay. What was your least favorite moment?
Oh my gosh, stop. There were so many. Because all these people were so upsetting. Like, they just kept, you know what I mean?
Every time Littlefinger was in the scene.
That's true. What was the most upsetting moment?
Least favorite, not upsetting necessarily.
Definitely, well, I don't know if it was my least favorite, but one of my least favorites was when Catelyn was like, it should have been you.
Yeah.
I was like, Queen, calm down. And then...
Yes, that is true.
And then also... Oh my gosh. freaking any scene where Joffrey had any sort of power.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Those, and then also the scene at the Trident with Joffrey and Arya, that was frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
But I loved it when she threw his sword into the river.
Yeah.
and later Renly's like, lion's tooth.
I know. Also, oh my gosh, I love when Renly would mock Joffrey. Those were always some of the best moments.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also good moment was when the dragons, we see the dragons in the morning.
Yeah.
That was like a chills moment.
Yeah, that's true. That was a really good moment.
The next two questions come from listener WestRobin23 from Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
So, first question, who is your favorite character and why?
Well, Ned is dead, so who's my favorite character? See, that's a really good question. I feel like right now it's Jon, just because Daenerys
Jon
was
fangirl.
I'm not a Jon fangirl. I just feel like Jon is just like flawed in ways that I can understand. I feel like obviously all these characters have flaws, but like I said about that Catelyn moment, I was like, okay, I can, everything else she said, okay, I'm like, I can understand that, I can forgive that, but there's moments like that with each character where I'm like, I just don't get it. But with Jon, I feel like all his like sulkiness and brooding and like all his like him being stupid and being like, I'm gonna leave the watch now, and then his like completely predictable actions, when like Mormont's like, are you dumb? I literally know, and he's like, oh, I'm dumb. Like, I just feel like all his like, he's predictable, he's relatable, he's sulky. We love a sulky character.
Okay.
And I feel like he's had some character development. I was reading those early Jon chapters and I was like, sir, calm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, he kind of like, he's definitely grown and developed, so we love Jon.
Okay. My favorite at this, like, after reading the first book was Tyrion.
Oh yeah, Tyrion's a good one.
And next question from West Robin is, who is your least favorite and how could they improve?
Mr. Joffrey Lannister.
Let me guess how he can improve. By dying.
Stop, that's funny. How can he improve is I feel like he's so bad that he's one of those characters that like I hold to such low expectations that if he ever, that's why like literally that's the thing. That's why I was like, okay, so when characters are, like I just said, characters that I hold to such low expectations that when they do something not completely destructive, I get really proud of them for some reason, just because I'm like so used to them fucking things up. So then that one time when he like listened to Sansa, I went as far as to being like, oh my gosh, maybe he could have a redemption arc, just because my expectations for him at that point were so low that when he did that one thing, I got too hopeful, So what he could do is just show like just a bit of empathy and understand that he's not the only human in the world and that he literally is like ruining the kingdom.
Okay.
I feel like just if he gets a little bit smarter, that would be really helpful.
So stop being himself.
That's true. Yeah, stop being everything that's characteristically him.
All right. In other words, die.
Or just like have a personality makeover.
Okay, now I want to kind of like piggyback off of these questions a little bit. Who's a character that you love to hate?
Ooh, Cersei Lannister. Because that woman is freaking fierce. But at the
hate to love? No, love to hate.
Yeah,
like who do you
love? Oh wait.
I think you're saying hate to love instead of love to hate. You hate the fact that you love her.
Someone that I love to hate on. Oh, well, Viserys.
For me, it's Littlefinger.
Oh, that's a really good one. That's funny. That's true. I feel like obviously I said he's not going to die, so I think eventually it'll become Littlefinger, but I think for this book, even though he wasn't even there that long, was Viserys. He was just so, like, everything that he said was such a meme that I was like, how can't I love hating on him? He's just so incapable.
Yeah.
and
And
delusional.
Cersei's your hate to love character?
Yeah, I'm like, dang, you are freaking fierce, but at the same time, I hate you because you're ruining everything for the Starks.
My hate to love character in book 1. Oh god.
Also, Jaime.
John.
Really?
Because,
Why?
like, he's so mean, but he's also so unbearable.
Oh my gosh, that's
Which
funny.
is also me, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're besties, so it makes sense that I love John.
And I hate to love John.
That's really
I hate
funny.
the fact that I love John.
That's really funny. Oh my gosh. I know. John has definitely, like, y'all, I know John is definitely not perfect, but I just feel like his good moments overpower his bad.
know.
But also
Yeah.
Jaime, I feel like the fact that he's so chill most of the time, like he's not that high strung, just makes it like almost fun to hate him, because I'm like, even when like Cersei was like, you should have been,
you said?
yeah, Jaime, even when Cersei's like, you should have been Hand of the King, he's like, that's too much work. I was like, how can you not love a character who literally does that, you know? But really I hate him because he's, you know, a Lannister.
Right.
But also I
character-
like that he like doesn't take things seriously, so he's not like rude to Tyrion and stuff. I think that also makes me like him a little bit more, because he's not rude to Tyrion.
That's true. Which character do you relate to the most?
Loki. Okay, you know how you said you hate to love John? That's
Mhm.
how that's not how I feel. But that thing where you said like, oh, he's like you, and that's what you kind of hate it. Loki, Arya. No, not Arya. Sansa.
Yeah,
Sansa.
I can see that, but
yeah.
not like in a bad way. Like,
but I'm like, oh my gosh, I definitely relate to Sansa though.
yeah, and I relate to John, so there we are.
Yeah, the like obedient, and then also like the like all the like she's like so in her head in like stories and stuff. I'm like, dang, that's relatable.
Yeah. If you had to trade places with a character, who would you want it to be?
Daenerys, because I want to fly.
Okay.
No, but
that's fair, but like she goes through a lot of abuse.
yeah, I know. I was thinking, okay, who?
Let me give you my answer.
Okay,
I would trade places with Tommen, because he's just like this little fat kid who lives life and doesn't really know what's going on, and that's exactly where I want to be in life.
That's funny. You know what? Yeah, I want to be Marcella, Princess Marcella.
All right.
Because she literally she has all the things in the world. Excuse me. She literally has all the things in the world, but she doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh. Because I feel like all these people that they're like priming to be the like, you're gonna marry the king or you're gonna be the lord. It's just like, oh my gosh. I just feel like that's so, I would not want that. So I feel like Marcella's in a good place.
Okay, fair enough. Just stealing my ideas, but fine.
Okay, whatever. I stole one idea.
If you could guarantee one character immunity in this series, who would it be?
Eddard Stark.
No, he's already dead.
No,
like
he's
somebody
not.
that you want to make sure never dies.
Who do I hope never dies? Okay,
Basically.
so I'm gonna say somebody who like, there's a lot of characters who I'd be like, oh my gosh, I really don't want you to die. Like, for example, I really don't want Jon to die because he's my favorite character, but I don't think Jon's gonna die, so I'm not gonna give him immunity because he doesn't need it. So I'm gonna give it to Robb because I feel like it's very likely that Robb will die.
Robb, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Fair
gonna give
enough.
it to him. I'm like, Robb, please don't die.
Who would I give it to? Arya or Sansa? I don't know. One of them.
Yeah.
I can't decide which one at this moment. Okay, if you were the author of this book,
Ooh.
what would you change about it?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question.
I'm full of good questions.
Okay, some of the scenes are a little bit graphic. And
Right.
but the thing is, I don't know if I'd change that. You know what I mean? So maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't know if I'd change that. Like, I don't know.
You know what I would change?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a minor thing, but it annoys me every time. Whenever George mentions, like, Tyrion walking somewhere, he's like, he waddled there, as if to, like, remind us that he's short. Like,
Oh my gosh.
just say he walked over there instead of saying waddle, you know?
He says waddle?
Yes,
Like
every
oh my
single time.
gosh, really? That's oh my gosh, we do not love that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that reminds me. This has nothing to do with it, but just relates to Tyrion. Do you remember when they were having that feast when the Land Clan and Baratheon clan were there at Winterfell,
Mhm.
and Tyrion friggin' does like that? He like jumps off.
Somersault.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
somersault thing. I was like, dang, that's so cool. Anyway, I don't know why I
Yeah.
brought that up, but okay, wait, what would I change about this book?
Nothing, it's perfect. Okay, move on.
Oh my gosh, there's definitely stuff I would change, but I can't pinpoint right
Well,
now.
if you think of it, let us know.
All right.
Do you have any favorite quotes from the book?
Oh my gosh, I love the one that's like, you need to see. I don't know. I know that's
You
I
need to
forget the
see.
quote. No. Like I forget the exact quote, but the gist
Like
is
what
like,
Syrio taught
yes.
Arya, like see with
Literally
your eyes.
everything that Syrio said to Arya. Like he was just Syrio was such a vibe, and it makes me sad that he's dead. It's okay.
That was also one of my least favorite moments, but also one of my favorite moments because like Syrio was super badass. But
Yes, exactly. That's true.
mine is Tyrion tells Jon that a mind needs a book as a sword needs a whetstone if it's to retain its edge.
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh, that was really good. Yeah.
I like it.
Um,
Oh, and I love old Nan says, "Oh, my sweet summer child." And I want to constantly say that to you because you
Oh
are
my gosh.
a sweet summer child.
Well, winter's coming, y'all. So eventually we'll get
Mhm.
there. Oh my gosh, there's so many good quotes. See,
Just pick one.
Oh my gosh.
First one that comes to mind right now.
Ah.
Now.
Ah.
Now.
Wait, I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, Ned was like the man who gives the sentence, swings the sword.
Okay.
Yes.
All
I
right,
really love
that
that
makes
one. I
sense.
was like, yes, take responsibility for your fucking actions.
Okay. Next up, let's talk about book 2 a bit.
Oh my god.
What do you want to see in book 2?
I would like
not
Rob
predictions.
to have a point of view.
Okay. Not that's
That's not a prediction. That's what I want to see.
okay, fine. What else?
What do I want to see in book 2? I want to see some journeys beyond the wall. I want to see winter,
Okay.
which is bad news for the characters, but great news for me. I want to see, literally, I feel like this book is going to be so messy because there's so many freaking alliances and different things, and I'm like genuinely worried for their sakes. So I want to see it resolve, which I don't think it will because there's 4 more books. But I would like to see some resolution. I would like to see Joffrey and what's his face, Rob fight and Rob crush his ass.
Okay.
I would really like to see that. I would like to see Sansa do some stuff and be badass.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I also want to see not Bronn. I want to see Bran in Winterfell because he's technically like the Lord now, the acting Lord for now.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah.
has been ever since Rob left.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him ever since Rob left.
Yeah, we did.
What?
When they went to the Okay. All right. The next 2 questions kind of relate. So, which new character POVs do you want? And which characters do you want to learn more about in book 2? Like, POVs, learn more about. Like, it doesn't have
Okay,
to be that this
Right.
person
Point
needs a
of
POV.
view, Rob needs a point of view. I don't care.
Okay. Who else?
I want Cersei to have a point of view.
Okay.
I don't want a Joffrey point of view because it'll make me stop reading the book. I want to learn more about Jorah.
Mormont?
Yes. Maybe
Okay.
through a point of view, but I feel like we just learn. Actually, no. I feel like, yeah, I just want to learn more about him. And then, I also want a Varys point of view. Oh my gosh, I need a Varys point of view.
But that would, like, give away everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Okay. You don't want to learn any more about a certain Stannis Baratheon?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, yes, definitely do. I literally know nothing about him.
Would you want his POV?
No.
Then how would we learn about him?
Someone could go to Dragonstone.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Actually, yeah, I do want his point of view, because then we need his point of view. I feel like I just want everybody's point of view. Okay, then I also want Renly's point of view. Then I feel like I just want everybody. But then I want Maya's point of view.
Oh, Maya Stone. Look at you referencing minor characters.
And then we'd see, like, what's going on at the Eyrie. I don't want Liza's point of view, because I feel like that would just be frustrating.
Not Robert Aarons either.
No. He'd just be like, that man said that I need to go eat when I wanted to sleep. We should make him fly. Like, I don't know. Like, he'll just be, I don't even know.
All right. I want to sum up on all three of those questions. What do you want to see? Who do you want to see?
So, we've seen a lot of Rob, but I would like to see Rob through Rob's lens, because it'll be my, like, Ed is gone and Rob is here to fill the space moment.
You need that honorable output.
Oh my gosh. And then I need, okay, 3 people that I need to see. Rob, I need a Cersei point of view. And then what was the third one that I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to see that?
Stannis?
Do I, though? I feel like that's just stressful.
I don't know.
We
know
have
who
enough.
Else you said.
We have enough people plotting in this kingdom. Like, I don't need to learn about another dude's plotting. Well, I do, but like, I don't need to learn it directly from him. So you know what? Cersei and Rob.
Oh, Varys, you said.
Oh yeah, Cersei, Rob, Varys are like the this must happen thing. And then that's what I want to see. Just want to see people be badass. If you know what, if Cersei's gonna be a rude and awful person, then I want her to do it in style and in a way that I can appreciate and be like, dang, that was smart. So
okay, is anybody else gonna die in book 2?
Oh wait, yeah, I haven't made my traditional die predictions. Oh, you want to know why? Wait, never mind. That's completely unrelated.
Tell me anyway.
Okay, so one of my predictions is that Lysa is going to join the Lannister clan, but Maya is going to betray her.
Oh, interesting.
That's why I want a Maya point of view.
Okay.
But I feel like Bran might die.
Okay.
I don't know why. Well, actually, no, I don't think Bran's going to die. Okay, who's going to die? I feel like Catelyn's going to die. The Starks are going to be parentless. Okay, so Catelyn's going to die. I also think Jorah might die.
Okay.
Catelyn, Jorah.
Give me one more.
Benjen.
All right. Cool.
Wait, I said Benjen was already dead.
I don't know what you said. Oh yeah, you said he was a white or something, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, let's predict a third person's death. A Lannister of sorts.
Which?
I'm thinking, maybe one of Joffrey's siblings.
Like Myrcella or Tommen?
Yes.
Oh, so one of us is gonna die.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
Okay, well that's sad because they're
wait.
Cool kids.
If we were them though, like we would be Joffrey's sibling. Is that worth it?
No, they don't ever hang out with Joffrey, so it is.
That's true.
All right, that's all the questions I had. Look at us talking for an hour and a half about nothing in particular. Okay.
Do you want to hear some wacky ass predictions?
Sure. Wait, actually.
Yeah?
These are for book 2?
I think so, yeah.
Hang on to them.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about them later.
Okay.
So next time, folks, we will be reading The Hedge Knight.
Yay!
So study up. I'm so excited. Christina Kahn will be there, and then we will be starting book 2.
Oh my
it's gonna be insane. Do you remember the name of book 2?
I was about to say Clash of Clans. Clash of Kings.
Clash of cans. Sorry, I just had this image of somebody like throwing empty soda cans at each other.
That's actually how they have to fight now. All the Valyrian swords, for some reason, melt in the winter, you know? So now they actually have to fight with cans, because apparently cans don't melt, but swords do. That makes sense.
Alrighty then. That's everything. Do you have anything to add?
Oh my gosh. You know, actually what was one of the best moments was when Tyrion slapped Joffrey. I'd forgotten that happened. Then when he slapped him, and then the Hound was like, he will remember that. He was like, yeah, I hope he does. And he was like, you go to them right now and you say sorry. And I was like, period. Tyrion in that chapter was iconic. I was like, you go,
yeah,
Tyrion.
That was a good moment for sure.
How much time passed from the beginning to the end of the book? Like, I have no sense of that.
About a year.
Okay, roughly.
Yeah, when we start book 2, I'll be able to give you a better sense of that, but about a year. Yeah, maybe like 11 months or something.
Okay, cool. I think that's it.
All right. Folks, follow us on Instagram at Pop Culture Symposium or email us at popculturesymposium@gmail.com. Until next time, farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.